Hey guys, Derek here. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome for the first time if you're new. We are back to watch another episode of The Pitt. This is Season 2, Episode 9. It is 3 p.m. I am super excited to check out the next episode. Before we jump into this though, if you end up enjoying my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a lot to me. If you're new here, hit subscribe, ring the bell so you're notified when I upload. And then if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, consider supporting me on Patreon. That is linked in the description down below. You just sync up your own copy of the episode and you can watch along with me. And then lastly, if you like video games, consider subscribing to my gaming channel. That is linked in the description down below. I play all the latest games releasing over there. But other than that, let's jump into another episode of The Pitt.
Now, Robbie has something important to say.
What does he have to say?
This isn't easy. We're going to help you address any challenges that you might be having. If you have any concerns, just raise your hand.
I'm gonna write all this down.
Everyone's got concerns.
Fax machine is down. Error message E6.
What the hell does that mean?
You can check the manual. There isn't one.
Okay, Perla, why don't you take your phone out to the base
Google.
and get service, find a manual online.
Mainit pa sa impyerno doon, ikaw nagreklamo, di
Sabi niya,
ako
Pearlie, magdala ka ng pampalamig.
What else?
Your complaint, you go there.
I have a 32-year-old woman with severe abdominal pain. Do we have a bed?
Not at the moment.
You have a
I'll take her.
righteous mullet, lady.
12-year-old Jude Augustine, firecracker exploded, non-dominant left hand, good vitals, 25 offense so far.
Any other injuries?
No, but seems to have lost two of his fingers.
Did you bring him?
Blown
Damn.
a bit.
It really hurts.
I'm sure it does. We'll do something for that.
Call him Julius Peppers.
Can you tell us what happened?
My friend said firecrackers.
What if I fed on board?
I lit one, and it went off fast. I dropped it, but
We're gonna take
Also
you there.
dropped a couple of your fingers.
I don't want to see.
You don't have to.
Close your eyes.
Okay.
Oh, he's holding her hand.
That looks like a lot
Oh.
more than a firecracker.
More like an M80 or a cherry bomb. Chewy, can you bend your fingers for me up and down?
That's crazy.
That's really good job. Good job.
How bad is it?
It's
You
bad.
lost your fingers, but it seems like the rest are gonna be okay.
I fucked up!
All right, can we do a wrist block for the pain?
I want to do a very detailed motor and sensory exam first.
Poor kid.
I see you can take her after the next neuro exam,
I see you.
just so she can be monitored for the rest of the day. 4 millimeters in reactive.
Yeah, she is not doing much monitoring.
No, 4 millimeters in reactive.
How many fingers am I holding up? 3.
Hey, progress.
That's good news.
So, the medicine worked? She's out of the woods?
Not out of the woods. She can see the outside of the woods.
I'm gonna take a quick break before my deposition, so I'll let Robbie know that I'm off the clock for the time being.
Good luck.
Heyo, sorry to interrupt. This episode is sponsored by my gaming channel. Haha. Not a real sponsor, but you should subscribe to my gaming channel. That would mean a lot. I play a lot of video games over there, mainly like Let's Play narrative-based games. I don't do much like multiplayer gaming over there, but I play all the latest single-player games releasing, and so you should definitely consider subscribing if you haven't already. That is linked in the description down below. Back to the reaction.
Mel,
Hi.
you have a visitor in chairs.
What? Who?
Said she's your sister.
Becca?
Her sister's here? Damn, she just took off running.
You have heat exhaustion.
It usually gets better with them.
Why do we have a furry here?
I have PCOS.
What's PCOS?
You guys still write stuff down on paper?
Today we do.
Today we do.
I wrote this show.
Becca,
Mel, hi.
is everything okay?
Yeah, I have a stomach ache.
Did you see the residential care nurse?
She was out for the 4th, but I talked to her on the phone. She told me to come here, and Jerry brought me.
Thank you.
No problem.
Thanks, Jerry.
Wow, there are a lot of smelly people.
God, that is
What's up?
just...
Hand versus M80.
Surprised we've only seen one of these.
They still young yet.
Yeah, you're probably going to get a lot more. Just don't cry, little boy.
I smell alcohol in his breath.
He's in line for the OR. Maybe a little bit of a wait.
That adds an extra complication.
You gotta love it when insurance companies make medical decisions. Hey.
Yep, I always love that.
Do you still need a rain check for watching fireworks tonight? Thought you were coming over.
I made other plans.
Okay,
Oh.
cool. I'll try hitting you up tomorrow. We're just keeping it casual, right? For sure.
I think she maybe doesn't want it to be as casual as you do.
Dana, is there a room open? This is my sister. She's in a lot of pain, and we need a bed at ASAP.
My name is Becca, not my sister.
Sorry, right. Dana, Dr. Robbie, this is my Becca.
Nice to meet you.
You're Dr. Robbie?
She's heard so much about you.
Oh, wait, Becca, come here.
In this way, we're going right in.
She probably has a burst appendix.
You're gonna need to
Or
get
her
undressed and
appendix
get
is
into the
about-
gown, which should be on the
Her
bed.
appendix is about to burst.
Your grand prize.
All I see is green, baby.
Madaya. Akala mo di ko alam na binigyan ka ng tip ni Ross sa West Bridge.
Oh, she cheated.
Magkano para manahimik ka? Kalahati. 10%. 40. Ayos. You want me to try?
No,
No, how's that?
I got it.
No more paper.
Replace toner. We live in hell.
No, where can we get that?
1988.
That's incredible.
I was finally diagnosed after switching to a gyno who actually listened to me.
Yeah, it can take time to make the diagnosis.
That sounds like an excuse for lazy doctoring. It doesn't help that some of you don't listen to women, let alone brown ones.
Facts.
A bunch of small cysts to be expected, but then there's one big one about 5 centimeters.
My gyno's been monitoring her.
And what's your plan?
Discharged with naproxen?
Do you think that just might be what her doctors in the past have done?
Well, she said she's feeling better. We can free up a bed.
She didn't look good in triage, and her pain was way more severe than previous episodes.
Yeah.
I think we observe her for a
Gotta
bit.
gotta dig a little deeper.
What can you tell me about your flank pain?
Feels like another kidney stone. You've had them before? Well, I said another, which means an additional thing of the same type.
He was just clarifying what you meant.
Triggering. My dad's a high school English teacher.
Oh. Well, you went into medicine. He must be really proud.
You'd have to ask him.
Getting back to your pain, it feels like something you've experienced before.
Dehydration can lead to stone formation.
Lean forward a bit, please.
How much water do you drink, sir?
What's all this? I brought radiology to us. Dr. Barker, Nick, will have wet read results for us in no time.
Good idea.
Thank you. Wet read?
You ever take a photography class?
Yeah, in like middle school.
Basically the same thing.
He's taking up a lot of space.
Okay, well,
Got an update from Dylan on our abandoned baby. CYF is requesting
can't
an
win
emergency
on
custody
all fronts.
authorization. Once we get a court order, we can place her in foster care.
I love photography.
Jesus Christ.
he's hot, so they're gonna gather around him.
I'm looking for Dr. Mel King.
Yes?
I'm Morgan Stiles, one of the hospital's attorneys. I'm here to escort you upstairs for your deposition.
Right now?
Morgan, can I borrow Dr. King for just a moment?
Just right now?
I can't go up now because of Becca.
You probably shouldn't be caring for Becca. It's not a good idea to care for family members. It's hard to stay objective. Let's see who's available. Hey, are you free?
Is anybody really free?
Not an R2.
Ah, it's the guy we were looking for.
Langdon. Langdon's the perfect one.
Sure. Dr. King's sister has a bellyache. The case is now yours. Sure. You can pick up the rest of her patients while she's doing her deposition.
How am I supposed to catch up on my outstanding charts with extra patients and the computer system now?
You're
Same way
not.
that the rest of us do. You can finish your charting when you finish your shift.
Fucking fantastic.
Hi, Becca.
Hi.
This is Dr. Langdon. He'll be taking care of you.
You have really nice hair, Dr. Langdon.
Thank you. Mel, would you mind turning off the lights on your way out?
Of course.
Don't worry. Becca's in good hands.
I know.
Oh.
Mel says lots of nice things about you.
Okay. Are you experiencing anything else, or is it just the stomachache?
It's things when I pee.
Oh.
It's totally normal, but we still need to fix it.
Okay.
He's so good at dealing with autistic people now. It's amazing. Girl. Eyes elsewhere.
Rude. Sara mo yung bibig mo. Dr. Robbie, the guardian of your missing fingers kid in Central 12 has arrived.
Thank you, Olive. Will you ask Dr. Santos to come and meet me too?
Olive with the sick-ass mullet.
Who's your patient?
Mrs. Burns with nausea. I've ordered labs and x-rays.
Who you seeing it with?
I still need to present the case.
Get busy. Find somebody with MD after their names.
Spending the last 5-10 minutes just staring at the hot guy.
What the fuck were you thinking?
Sorry. Alex asked me to come over. His brothers had a stack of
Mwen pa di ou pa asosye ti gason sayo nan couloir?
think I wanted to blow my hand off?
And you need to listen to me when I tell you something.
You're not my mom.
You think I want to be your mom?
Why don't we take a step outside?
She's not your mom, but your mom's not here.
Yeah, he almost lost his hand being stupid.
He's a really sweet kid.
He used to be.
We also found something in his blood work.
What?
He has a blood alcohol of 0.08.
Well, he was drunk?
That is not good.
Positive blood alcohol immediately triggers a social service consult.
I gotta take
That's
my brother
not
away.
good.
It's an evaluation to determine if the injury in the drinking is cause for some kind of intervention.
I won't let you separate
We are
us.
required to...
No!
Hi, Mrs. Burns. This is Dr. Whitaker. How are you feeling?
She looks dead.
Yeah, Mrs. Burns, can you open your eyes for me? Ready pulse.
Abdomen's more distended than before.
Agonal respiration. She's hardly breathing.
Just rigid.
We need a crash cart. Can you call respiratory?
Pull the bed out for intubation, please.
Yep. I can give you guys some room. Hypotensive, acute abdomen. She needs an airway.
I'll find the glide scope.
No time for that. We've got direct on the crash cart. Whitaker, you're up.
I haven't done many directs.
Digby's the
Do more.
best.
Induction nets.
Moving his stuff out of the way.
Jabati, what's the story?
Presented with mild abdominal pain. Took a turn for the worse.
AFib 122, BP 98, systolic.
Okay, let's bolus another 500
What the heck
cc's.
happened?
You shocking her?
Maybe. After intubation. Check your light, check your balloon. Jabati, AP pads in case we need the cardiovert. Okay, she's loose. Go ahead, Whitaker.
Okay.
Take a look.
Okay.
She might die. Why do we still have a furry here?
Hi, I'm Dr. Santos. This
That-
is student Dr. Kwan. How are you doing after the mist?
Better than I was an hour ago.
Oh.
We are going to check your vitals.
Thought we were just hotboxing this room.
You were out in the heat in that costume?
Yeah, with about 18,000 of my friends.
Were you at Anthrocon?
Uh-huh. What's that? Pittsburgh's annual furry convention.
Bunch of freaks.
Ever been?
It's not really my scene.
Yeah, furries get a bad rap, but
Because they're weird.
I actually met my girlfriend at last year's convention.
That's cute.
She gave me hope after struggling on the dating apps.
Nice to hear that meeting people. in
Dating
real life
apps
still
are
work.
a struggle.
Recommend it, especially at work.
You should come to
Okay,
Intercom
Santos. Hell no.
Doesn't she need a fursuit for that?
I think you'd make a good dragon.
I'm in.
I would rather shoot myself than go to a furry convention.
Jabati, sync mode 200, please.
She's panicking.
Good and tidal waveform.
Good. Breath sounds bilaterally.
Charge for cardioversion.
Everyone clear.
Normal sinus.
Strong radial pulse.
I don't think she's lost anyone before.
Nice.
Thanks, Digby.
There is no chart in slot 22.
Check the orders rack.
Nothing here either.
Where did it go?
If the patient's not on the board, they don't exist.
So they didn't shoot her x-ray?
X-ray downtime box is empty. That means it was done.
Then it's on the portable machine.
Last I saw was headed north.
Thanks, Dana.
Yep.
We almost effed up.
Oh, that is a classic sigmoid volvulus.
Peritoneal
Okay,
size.
call the OR. She's gonna need surgery ASAP.
She got distracted and almost killed someone.
You sure he just doesn't have a crush on you?
Maybe, but
Everybody does. She's so fine.
She's probably just been lonely.
I haven't really dated since my divorce. But now I'm feeling finally kind of ready.
I was waiting until I got back to Jersey to work on finding a relationship, but now that's out the window.
I'll date you.
Do you hear that? Painful, lonely silence is the sound of my eggs dying.
What a fucking mess.
Jesus Christ, we need you. Monica Peters, this is our new attending, Dr. Alashimi.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Who are you?
Monica's a retired clerk, best of the best. She was kind enough to come in on a holiday and help get us back into shape.
Laid off by the digital revolution, not retired.
All right, then. Who's handling the charts and the orders?
That's us right here.
How long have you been clerks?
Just today.
10
I'm a
minutes.
medical assistant.
Then get out of my space and go do something you know how to do. And no personal calls. Red phones are for emergencies only. This is a hospital, for God's sake.
Why are you on a personal call right now, brother?
Heard you all need extra runners.
Perfect timing.
How fast can you move?
I run marathons.
Great.
That's decently fast. Well, do you run fast marathons, or are you running at a glacial speed?
My parents were deported to Haiti 9 months ago. They went in for their immigration hearing and were detained. I was a sophomore at Ithaca. I had to move back home to take care of my brother.
I'm sorry.
It's either that or he moved back to Haiti with them. We were both born here.
This is very poignant.
My mom was so excited when I got into college. She worked so hard to save up and pay my tuition. And now all she wants is for my brother to finish high school. Being a big sister is a lot easier than being a surrogate mom.
Damn, that sucks.
Do we really need to get family services involved?
That's what a lot of people from
This morning with your 8-year-old
Chicago and Minnesota are doing,
That's
or
different.
dealing with right now.
Abuse trumps neglect. We can't separate her from her brother. It's not right.
A lot of what happens to people around here isn't right.
Damn.
Okay, patient's complaining of pain.
Yeah. When did it get bad?
2 minutes ago.
Give you some morphine to take the edge off. How severe? 1 to 10.
12 is way worse.
Okay.
If she presented with peritoneal signs, why wasn't I called?
There was a delayed presentation.
An hour ago, I could have fixed this in 60 seconds with a rectal tube. Now she needs major surgery. Sorry, not good enough, Nepo baby. You fucked up.
But with all the chaos, she just fell through the cracks.
She almost died. I could have killed her.
Yeah?
No, McKay needs you in Central 11.
We caught it in time. We won't let it happen again, okay?
It was absolutely her fault, though. It's a learning experience, though. We move forward.
What'd you talk to her about when you took her out on the walk?
I
You got her to come back.
told her there might be a time in the future when she changes her mind, wants to press charges. It's better to have the option to do it than not.
Smart.
Yeah, even if she doesn't want to do it now.
Something wrong?
Intermittent torsion.
What's that? Coming out now?
Or
torsion.
Ovary is twisting.
Yeah.
And cutting off the blood supply. That's what's been causing you pain.
You said the blood supply was fine before.
It was.
Can you fix it?
With surgery.
Surgery?
The ovary needs to be untwisted and tacked down with a stitch so this doesn't happen again. If we can get you upstairs quickly, we can save it.
I could lose my ovary?
Probably if it's cutting off blood flow.
Dr. McKay made the right call to keep you in the ER for observation so we could catch it if the pain returned.
Thank you.
I'll call GYN.
Wow, Whitaker
Hey, welcome back. How was
giving
the trip?
McKay credit.
Smooth sailing. Presby's pretty nice. I
She
might have
did
to pick up
suggest
some day
that,
shifts
but
over
still.
there.
He's making sure that patient knows.
There would come a point when he'd be better off with his parents in Haiti.
His parents want him to stay here.
So it's best for the child.
Says who?
Dr. Santos, come on.
She evidently
Back,
has
Mr.
some
Knox. What have we discovered?
Diverticular
maybe
abscess
slightly
that progressed
similar
to
history.
perforation, now with free air under the diaphragm.
There's a small hole in the colon that's spilling bacteria into the abdomen.
You're likely to develop peritonitis and sepsis.
How bad?
You need surgery now. You have a 100% chance of death without it.
Okay, that's
With
scary.
it?
50.
50% chance.
I could die.
Yes, but we're very good at what we do.
What about my sister?
We found her. She'd like to speak with you.
We don't have time for that. Any delay increases your mortality risks.
I want to talk to my sister first.
We're gonna make that happen for you. We're on the move again, Howard.
I feel like Abbott's almost treating this like a battlefield wound. Where, like, I don't know. It's like you have to act very quickly, but you want to do what you can to comfort that person.
I don't even know what hurts more. The cancer or
Losing the kids.
knowing I'm never gonna see my sons grow.
Yeah.
Feels like a cruel joke. Do I give me children and a husband I adore if you're just gonna take them away from me? For what? Fucking lung cancer. I didn't even smoke. Do you believe in God? I like the concept. I'm sure you've seen a lot of death. I've seen my share. I need advice. I've never died before.
Oh, man.
Thank you for calling back.
Of course. I'm sorry that it's been this long. Maybe we can make a plan for you to see each other over the holidays.
I'd love that.
Is the doctor there?
Hi, I'm Dr. Abbott.
Can you call me when he gets out of surgery?
Of course, but right now we need to get him up to the OR.
Oh, I understand. Thanks. Talk to you soon, Howard.
I need him not to die, please.
I like her.
More than me?
Only time will tell.
Yeah.
All right. I'm out of here, man. I gotta be back in a few hours for my shift. Well, hey, if I
You
don't
might as
see
well
you-
just go take a nap.
Really doing this still.
I don't think I can remember the last time you took 3 days off in a row.
I've taken a vacation before.
Many years ago.
It's gonna be a lot of time to self-reflect. Sure you can handle that? Okay.
I feel like these two talk to each other in such a
And if it gets dark, you call me.
simple, pointed way.
You listening?
Like, very direct,
Wait, go back to the ankle.
while having kind of like a fake it smile on.
8 millimeters, 3 millimeters. Seems like a tear in the syndesmotic ligaments. Doesn't that need surgical fixation?
They do. I can request an MRI. Have you done a radiology clerkship before?
No, I'm just that good.
Hell yeah, Joy.
I'm good at things too.
Sure you are, princess.
Really great work earlier today, Doctor.
Huh. Oh, you can just call me Whitaker.
I'm proud of you. We all are.
Thank you.
Busy day. So, you're a very empathetic soul.
Yeah, I'd like to think.
I'm not
Okay.
finished yet. And you want to be there for all your patients.
Oh.
Right? So this relationship that you're having with this
Amy.
woman, the widow of the burn victim who died last year.
Amy? Santos tell you?
What about her friends and family?
Yeah, they're around.
Supporting her?
Yeah, I think they try to, but mostly she's just leaning on
You.
me.
I'm sure she's really grateful for everything that you do.
Proceed cautiously,
It's important to have
Whitaker.
boundaries. Hey, you want to do me a favor?
Yeah?
You want to house sit for me while I'm gone? You'd actually be helping me out, and you could save some money on rent.
Are you being serious?
No smoking, no parties, no pets, no babies, yours or anybody else's.
Well, no, I don't have a baby.
No, but she does. I was going to ask Abbott, but he does nude yoga at sunrise, and I don't think some of my elderly neighbors would survive seeing that.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be amazing. The house sitting, not seeing Abbott's naked yoga.
If I don't
Well, I'm
come
sure
back, you
some
gotta
people
swing
would think
back
that
some
would be
guy.
amazing.
Okay.
Come find me before you leave. I'll give you my keys and a security code.
Who's the joker that did this?
Someone.
Where'd you find a carrier sheet? Exactly where I filed it away 10 years ago. I thought that thing didn't work. Can't receive, but it can't send.
Oh no. Oh no.
We're told there's at least one fatality with multiple injuries reported. Those with the
And they're all coming to us.
currently being airlifted to the hospital by helicopter.
Ah, god dang it. Okay, yeah, I'm getting increasingly worried for Dr. Robbie. I mean, we talked about this at the very beginning of the season, like episodes 1 and 2, with like Robbie not wearing his helmet when he rides his motorcycle, and just several other things that had come up early in the season, but I believe we're like actively revisiting things that can connect to that in this episode. One of the first things I noticed is him slipping into the bathroom. Now, that on its own might not be like too big of a thing, but we saw last season that basically anytime Robbie takes a second to go into the bathroom, he's having a panic attack and needs to like calm himself down. And I think they wanted to be a little bit more subtle about his breakdown in this season, to an extent. You know, they want that aspect of things to go under the radar. So instead of focusing on it, about like what goes on in the bathroom when he's in there, it instead just showed him pop in there. The second thing was his conversation with Abbott, where Abbott and Robbie have this dynamic where they can say things to each other without, you know, like actually, like, you know how like when you're with a friend and you and that friend are in maybe a group setting and you want to ask them about something without letting everyone else around you know what you're talking about. Like it's clear like they were talking, not talking in code, but like saying things directly, but also like saying things without saying things in a way where Abbott was clearly checking in, being like, hey man, like, are you okay? Like, are you going to be able to mentally handle the level of self-reflection that you have set yourself up for? Because as Abbott knows, when you've experienced a lot of trauma, one of the most dangerous things that you can do is find yourself with plenty of time to think about it. Right? As much as putting it off and ignoring it is also really bad, oftentimes without like a structure or help from someone surrounding it, like being alone with your thoughts can be very, very dangerous, especially for people that have suicidal ideation, which Robbie clearly has, right? Like last season, both Abbott and Robbie literally talked each other off the ledge. They literally talked each other off of, out of jumping off the top of the building. So both of them are able to kind of like talk to each other in a way where they're like, hey man, I'm not asking you outright, are you going to kill yourself? But like, I'm asking you if you can handle this, and you know what I mean. Right? He says, like, when he's like, are you going to be able to handle that level of self-reflection? He doesn't answer that question, right? Like he puts on this, this like manic smile and kind of subtly laughs it off, where it's like, okay, he clearly doesn't want to answer that question. And then Abbott is like, call me if things get dark, right? Like, if you need someone to talk you off the edge again, I will answer the phone. And Robbie just walks away with that. So that's concerning. That, like, their conversation was concerning. It is very nice that they have that dynamic where they can say things and understand each other without outright being like, hey man, are you gonna end your life on this sabbatical? And like Abbott knows. Abbott can he's clocked that immediately. He's like, hey man, like I'm fully aware you have not processed your trauma and now you're going on a 3-month motorcycle ride. Like, what's going on? So yeah, love Abbott for that. But then another concerning element was his conversation with Whitaker. Like it feels like a conversation that you have with like a little brother or a son or something, where like you're like, hey man, I'm not gonna be around, so do your homework, be nice to your mom, all that, like don't get in trouble, like uh a conversation that, like, if you're calling someone and you think you're dying and you're like, hey man, like when you turn 16, like make sure you are careful with girls, like all these things. Like he's giving him the goodbye conversation. He's like, I need to check off this little box with Whitaker that he's gonna be okay. Like, I need to make sure my little protege son brother is gonna be okay in the world before I kill myself, right? And it's kind of viewed as like a, hey, like this is just like a cautionary conversation, like protect yourself, have boundaries. But then the extra concerning part on top of that is him being like, hey, do you want to house sit in my condo or apartment or wherever he lives, his house, I don't know. And he hits him with the line of like, and if I don't come back, you have a sick bachelor pad. Like he's just like, he's checking things off, setting up the people that he likes to be in a not horrible position when he never comes back. And that is concerning. What else happened? Mel, she's going up for her deposition while her sister is in the ER for something probably more serious than just a stomach ache. My guess is could be like appendicitis. Her appendix might be about to burst. I don't know. She could just be like a urinary tract infection. She said it burns when she pees. Like, so like something could be going on. She could be blocked up for whatever reason. Like she could just have like a blockage, kind of like that old lady had. She could have a blockage there. But yeah, Mel freaking out about that and then getting called up and being like, I need someone to take care of my sister. And Santos walks up and she's like, no, not Santos. And it's funny, but it's not funny, because Santos this season in particular, and a lot of last season, has very poor bedside manner. Like that is one area of growth for her that she needs to address, is she is not good. Even in at her best, she's generally not good with bedside manner. Unless it's a child. She's very good with children. But otherwise, like she isn't the most patient or the most kind doctor to deal with. And especially for someone on the autism spectrum, I don't know if Santos would have been the best choice. And Mel obviously agrees. She was like, no. She tries to say not an R2, but like, I think she very much just meant not Santos. But good thing Langdon pops up and she's like, him. Yes, I choose him. like I need Langdon. As soon as he pops up, she's like, he's the only one. And it's just like, it's perfect. And her sister is like, you have very nice hair. Mel talks so much about you. And it's just like this sweet moment that I think Langdon needed, right? Like he has had, like I know he's aware that Mel enjoys him, but also, other than McKay last episode, like he has had a lot of anxiety about feeling unwelcome and feeling like people don't want him back, especially with what Robbie said, and just getting a little a little extra, a little extra reassurance that there are still people that hold a high opinion of him is great. And he has Mel shut off the lights, and you know, he's like, she's in good hands, and Mel's like, I know. And it's just like, oh, like their connection is so pure and precious, and I love every second those two share a screen. Like it's wonderful. And Mel talks highly of Dr. Robbie as well, which was like, oh, it's just so great. What else? Ooh, Giovanni. Oh my god, Giovanni almost got someone killed. Granted, it's not 1,000% her fault, right? Like she's still technically like a student doctor, so it's not like she has like years and years of experience to lean on like some of these other people. But she screwed up. Well, yeah, like it's clear, like as right, just as Garcia said, like she fucked up, and she got distracted. Right, like granted, again, everything is new in that moment as well. Like it's not all the stuff she's been learning and dealing with for the past year. It is all like, hey, we're going back to 1980. Like she has no idea how to do any of that, and it's very overwhelming. And she, you know, in a normal day, yeah, like she's gonna get lost in some of the stuff, and some things might slip her mind, and maybe that's a sign that like such a, you know, fast-paced hot environment isn't perfect for her. But she doesn't put that person's name on the board, and because of that, like orders don't get sent up and all these different things, and that person almost dies because of that. And like if that person would have died, that would have been her fault. Like you can give her a little bit of leeway and sympathy and grace there, because like, hey, this is so much new stuff, like things she never would have had to deal with on a normal day. You know, a completely different procedure on how to do things, all that. But then I think the key thing was she got distracted, right? I mean, Princess got distracted too, but she's still doing her job. Giovanni got distracted by the hot radiologist. She was just staring at him for God knows how long. And while she's staring at him, her patient is unconscious and almost dying. Like it's not a great situation. And, you know, Garcia calls her a Nepo baby, which, you know, that one was rude. Very rude and very cutting. Not 1,000% wrong either, though. Like, Giovanni is very good. She's very good at what she does. Well, she's very smart, I'll say that. Like she's kind of a prodigy in a sense, but I have no doubt that both of her parents pulled a lot of strings to get her in the position that she is at. You know, like I think they addressed that a little bit in season 1 about her being a Nepo baby and how she does deserve to be here. Like she has put in the work, but like it's also very clear that like her mom and her dad specifically are high up doctors that almost definitely pulled some strings to get her here. So she is a Nepo baby. And you know, that's something she has to accept. But also, like, Whitaker's right. He's like, hey, we caught it. Like, the person didn't die, and he's trying to be like, we can move forward from here. You know, Whitaker has lost a patient. He's had a situation last season where like he didn't catch something and that patient died. So he knows what it's like. And he's like, hey, you're good. Like, yeah, you screwed up, but like we can learn from this. We can grow from this, right? And I like that. Garcia's kind of a dick. She is she's an asshole, and you know, I think that's her specialty, is just being rude to people. And in most situations it's fun rudeness, right? It's very easy to be like, oh, Garcia, like when she's making fun of Langdon and calling him names and stuff, that's like a heartfelt moment of like, okay, she's happy he's back there, they're back on their level again. But then when she's being mean to Giovanni, it's like, okay, like, yeah, like I also somewhat understand that though. Like, hey, she's like, I could have fixed this in 5 minutes an hour ago. Now this person might die because you got complacent. Like, like there is a level of concern that has to be brought across there. Like you can't just be like, oh, hey, no big deal. Like you missed something, but we'll catch it next time. Like, yeah, like no, you have to, like, to a certain extent, the words you say have to bring across the level of severity. Like, Javati needs to know that she almost got someone killed because of her complacency. It wasn't just like a situation of inconvenience, right? It wasn't just a situation of like, oh, you added an extra 20 minutes to my workday, right? Like that, if that was the situation, totally, like, Garcia's going way too far. But when it's you almost killed someone because of your complacency, that you need to know that that is a serious deal. But then she was kind of, I didn't like the way she treated Santos earlier in the episode as well, when Santos is like, hey, like, you know, we talked earlier about this rain check you wanted. How about now? Right? And I think earlier when Garcia was like, I need a rain check, she was not expecting Santos to come back later and bring that rain check up. She was kind of counting on that as being like a dismissal of the conversation, and you know, hoping we don't address it going forward. And I think Garcia's a kind of a fuckboy to her core a little bit. And I think Santos caught feelings and Garcia did not. So she's like, hey, what about tonight? And she's like, no, I made other plans. And it's like, okay, you could have just told her that before. Right? Like you could have earlier when she asked, you could have been like, oh, sorry, I made other plans. Like, even be a little apologetic about it. But instead, she's just very affirmedly was like, I made other plans. It's like, okay, you're hooking up with this girl. Like, you guys need to DTR. Just like figure out what's going on in the elevator. She's like, we're keeping it casual, right? And it's like, okay, I think you want to keep it casual. I think Santos is angling for a more romantic situation. Santos is gonna crash out. Like, she's not, her day is a struggle for sure. Like, she's falling way behind on her charting. Her arch nemesis is back at work. Her situationship does not want to continue hooking up with her, or just wants to use her for her body. Her basically only friend in Whitaker is, in her view, maybe being taken advantage of, or not taken advantage of, but like blurring lines and boundaries that might end up getting him hurt. And she's just really tired. And generally just kind of an unpleasant person in general. So her day is a big struggle, and based on next episode's preview, she's gonna have a confrontation coming, right? Her and Langdon get paired up, I think, for one of the slide people, and they show a snippet of a conversation with her and Garcia where Garcia's like, hey, Langdon's here to stay, right? The fact that he is back, the fact that he's back at all means he's here to stay. Right, if they had any concern about Langdon coming back, they would not have brought him back. He is on the program. He's on the 5-year program. recovery program to maintain being a doctor, which leads me to believe that like what he did and his addiction and stuff is out in the open. I don't know if it's completely out in the open for everything he did, you know, regarding like stealing pills and stuff from patients, but that would be tough. Like that, I think that would end his doctor career, but like he's on like a very specific track to continue being a doctor, you know, a track that he is set up with administrationally, right? Like he's here being a doctor. His job is returned to him. It's not like a trial run, right? It's not a situation where he's just gonna be here for a year. Like like he is not gonna just like bail after 6 months or a year because he feels ostracized slightly from the other doctors here. Like he is committed. Like if he is willing to be on a 5-year plan to even, you know, not be kicked out of being a doctor, like he's not just gonna go away. And I don't know if him and Santos have been trying to avoid each other, maybe a little bit. I still think he needs to apologize to her, like profusely. I think she's the only one so far that he has not apologized to. And yeah, like he was pretty rough to her last season. Like he on one occasion screamed at her. Well, I don't know if he screamed at her, but he like very sternly like berated her. And it was not chill, to say the least. And then when he was concerned that she knew what was going on, I don't think he like, as far as I remember, he didn't like actively try and get her fired, but he definitely, I don't want to say like tried to torpedo her, but like he definitely played a part in like dragging her back, right? And stunting her progress and potentially moving her out of where she is. So that is something he is going to have to profusely apologize for. And I think he probably will apologize to her for that. Like he's shown that he is a changed individual and willing to make amends. Now, Santos, I don't think she's gonna accept his apology. Like if he does make an apology, I don't think she's gonna accept it. Not that and she doesn't necessarily need to, right? Like she doesn't need to be friends with him. Like that's not what needs to happen. But at the very least, she does have to be able to treat him cordially as a doctor, right? As a superior, even. And Garcia, in the preview for next episode, she's like, "Hey, he's back. Put your big girl panties on and deal with it." like, yeah, like it's gonna be like those two are going to have to deal with that, and hopefully they can come to a place where they, you know, she forgives him and he apologizes. But who knows? Roxy, that was tough. Watching her be like, I've never died before. Like, do you have any advice? Like, she's scared. Like, I think she believes in God, but like, that's rough. Like, when you are having those thoughts of like, you've given me these beautiful things, why are you taking them away? Like, what a joke. Like, why? Like, is this a sick joke? To like, it would have been one thing if you never gave me these things and then killed me. But you gave me these things. You gave me something to lose, and now you're killing. Like, it's tough. On a personal level, my sister, her husband passed several years back, and that was one big question she had, is like, why like why did I get 5 years of marriage? Like why is this the situation where you gave this to me and now you're taking it away? And so I completely got where Roxy's coming from. And even if she is someone that believes in God, like that is still scary. Like even for the most devout, faith-filled individuals, that is still a frightening thing. Like I consider myself a Christian and I believe in God and I have faith in Christ. But the idea of dying is legitimately the most frightening thing in the world to me. Like I often have anxiety late at night, and maybe that's something that I need to address with my faith. and you know, but it is scary, and her asking McKay for advice was heartbreaking. That's tough, and her whole family being there, and like her being like, you know, like this isn't something she thought was gonna happen. Like and that's what she's most upset about, is not seeing her kids grow up. Like it is an extra loss, and almost a more important loss to her than her own life. It's just it's tough. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Oh, the ice storyline. That was that's that storyline is frustrating and rage-inducing, and heartbreaking. Right? This kid comes in, blew half of his hand off with a, you know, M80, large firework, and the even just the dynamic between him and his sister, like that it's tough to watch, because it's like you can tell like she's the one that has to take care of him, and she doesn't, you know, she has some level of bitterness about the position she's been put in, but she's trying not to hold that against him, but also he's like, hey, you're not my mom, like you can't just tell me to do things. And like part of that just comes from missing his mom, right? And the fact that his sister has to be is the only one there to receive that emotion, right? That's tough. That kid's so good of an actor. Like he crushed it. Like him crying a lot made me feel really bad, of like please don't cry, child. And you know, Santos holding his hand, like that was nice. Santos is very good with children. Like I think she should go into a more pediatric focused career path, right? Like she's excellent with children, even if she doesn't think so herself. I think that is a super valid path for her to go down. Like her singing to that to the infant to calm it down, like that was great. But she also has a lot of passion for kids that come in. Like even if, you know, so far the most of the children we've seen come in that she's dealt with have had an angle of like abuse or suspected abuse. Like we can see that there is elements there from her backstory. Like she clearly has a past dealing with like being separated from parents, or dealing with something in regards to that. Like she got very passionate about, you know, CPS, and that, you know, they might come take this kid away from the sister. She's like, no, like that can't happen. She like, clearly has some past experience with that. And we get bits and pieces of it, you know, as we go on. And, you know, Santos is a very complicated person, but yeah, she has ups and downs. Like there are aspects of her that are super super endearing and engaging, and then there's other aspects of her that it's just like, girl, like it is so hard to root for you right now. Like I want so desperately to root for Santos, but she doesn't make it easy. I had a person in my comments last episode just that said I was a sexist to Santos because I rag on her a little bit. Did you miss the part where I'm praising every other female doctor on the show? like if I'm praising 7 out of the 8 female doctors on the show and ragging on one person, like that doesn't make me a sexist. That makes that one person maybe not worthy of praise. She has so much potential though. She just, you know, it's a struggle to get there. I thought McKay was excellent in this episode, keeping that one lady here for extra observation. That was great. We had mentioned this point previously in another episode with the eating disorder person, but oftentimes, you know, it was reiterated in this episode, oftentimes black women specifically are not listened to and often have a much higher mortality rate in medicine, because, you know, they'll report a pain level of 9 or 10 or something. And oftentimes doctors will be like, oh, they're over exaggerating, and they'll write down a 7 or a 6 or something. And because of that, you know, this person doesn't get the medical help they need, and then they die. So yeah, big ups for McKay there. But I also think that's a lesson in advocating for yourself, right? Like the patient specifically calls out that she had to see multiple doctors before someone would listen to her. Like, she didn't just like take their diagnosis lying down, right? Like, she advocated for herself, and she went and found a doctor that would listen to her. But then also, when I forgot what McKay said, but she specifically called it out. She was like, "Are you sure that's not just an excuse for lazy doctoring?" And I think McKay in that moment was like, "Oh shit, like that's probably actually true. Like I might need to take an extra minute with this lady." So it was a combination of that lady advocating for herself, but also McKay being willing to listen and try and actually figure out what's going on instead of just being like, "Here's a band-aid, go away now." Right? So good looks on that. But yeah, otherwise just the thing that was the most frustrating this episode was the ice situation where, yeah, that we're wondering what's going on with the parents, why they're not in their life, and we find out that their parents were deported to Haiti. And that is, as someone who is very left-leaning politically, you cannot imagine the amount of like rage. It wasn't even necessarily like a situation where I was like sad for these two people. Like, yeah, it is sad, but more so I'm just furious. Like I'm enraged that happened. And specifically because for me, as someone who lives in Minnesota, I can't just view that storyline as like a fictional thing, because that is happening right now in Minnesota. There are still, what, like 600 plus ICE agents that are in town, in Minneapolis. So like that has been something that my state has been dealing with for the past 3 months. You know, the city of Chicago dealt with that earlier last year, and we've dealt with that for the past like 3 months roughly, of people being deported unjustly, right? Like, the current administration talks a big talk about how they're getting rid of violent criminals, and that's the only people they're going after. And like, if we would just get out of their way so they can deport all the violent criminals, everything would be fine. And there's only unrest and people dying. 2 Minnesotans murdered, by the way. They're being like, "Oh, that never would have happened if you weren't, trying to impede federal investigations." And it's like, no, like you're not being truthful about what you're doing. You're not just going after the violent criminals. The administration themselves put out a statistic that was like 90% of the people that they are detaining and deporting are not violent criminals. And what was it, like 70% of them don't even have, a criminal record at all? Like, even forget the fact that like illegal immigration is a civil crime. It's not a crime punishable by like it's not a regular normal crime. It's a civil infraction. But yeah, you have them, abducting and detaining people who committed no crime, no violent crime, no like serious offense. They are being taken from schools. They are being taken from their jobs. Like, it's not a situation of oh, we're going after the ones that don't pay taxes or don't contribute to our society. No, you're taking them from their jobs where they make money and pay taxes on that money. Like, you are actively hurting the economy by doing that. Like, you're dumb. But also like them being like, "Oh, we're going after the people that didn't do this the right way." Just like in the episode, they're taking people from outside of their immigration court hearings, right? They're telling judges to cancel court hearings so that they can just take them. They're waiting until they're out of the hearing. They're getting them before the hearing. Like, people who are going through the process in the correct way, taking these legal steps necessary to become U.S. citizens, and they are snatching them up and being like, "Oh, they're here illegally." No, they're going through the process. And you hate them because they're brown. You hate them because they're not white, and they don't fit your perfect image of what a ideal society is. And You don't like the culture, I guess, that they're bringing, and specifically regarding Haitian immigrants. They had the whole, you know, stupid fake story about they're eating your cats, they're eating your dogs. No, they're not. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, it's so infuriating. It is legitimately enraging. Like, all of that stuff going down, and then yeah, like 3,000 ICE agents coming to Minnesota, specifically Minneapolis and St. Paul, and just snatching people off the street and detaining them for God knows how long, sending them to God knows where, you know, after they've been ordered by judges to stop, right? Like, regarding specific individuals, them being like, hey, a judge has ordered that this person cannot be deported, and then they deport them anyway. They don't care. Right? They're snatching people from their family. They're putting them in the most inhumane, you know, prison situations that they can possibly think of. They're killing people, both citizens and non-citizens alike. And then going on the news and lying about it. You know, people protesting in the streets, they're calling them domestic terrorists. So, yeah, seeing that in this episode was not a situation where I'm like sad about it, right? Like, I'm not looking at that and being like, oh, so sad, like gonna make me cry that their parents were deported. I'm like, no, I am pissed off. Right? Because that is a real reality that people in my home state are dealing with today. So, yeah. There's that. Not to lib out on you there. But yeah, like, if, oh god, I can already imagine the backlash in the comments. There, like, I guarantee you there's gonna be some right-wing butthole in my comments that's gonna be like, actually, they're doing their jobs, they're following law and order. I hate you. Like, you're so annoying. Like, oh god, like, if there's people in my comments last episode about me being slightly down on Santos, like, I can't imagine the people that are gonna be like, actually, the administration is doing a great job, and, you know, white bloodlines are perfection, and anything else is horrible. Like, it's just like, oh, gonna blow my brains out. If you, especially because I feel like a lot of my Pitt viewers are not necessarily like long-time viewers. If you're someone who's been around the channel for a long time, you know very much I hate the current administration, and I'm very, very left-leaning politically, even though I consider myself, you know, a straight Christian man. Purely on paper, you would probably assume that I fall in line with a lot of other evangelical Christian, you know, the way they lean politically. I do not. I lean the farthest way opposite that almost that you can possibly get. So, yeah, I don't know. So don't, if you're new, crash course on my political beliefs. Yeah, if I had to break it down into two phrases, it's fuck Donald Trump and fuck ICE. But yeah, I've been rambling too much at this point. I think that's all I gotta say. Next episode looks insane. So, super excited for that. But otherwise, yeah, definitely let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Very curious to see how you feel. Otherwise, if you enjoyed my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a lot to me. If you're new here, hit subscribe, ring the bell so you're notified when I upload. And then if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, consider supporting me on Patreon. That is linked in the description down below. You just sync up your own copy of the episode and you can watch along with me. And then lastly, if you like video games, definitely subscribe to my gaming channel, linked in the description down below. Play all the latest games releasing over there. But other than that, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.